In the background, I have the most recent program from Jeff Rentz with Yoichi Shimatsu and Michael Collins about Fukushima, and I'm just going to go cruise through my posts on Facebook.
Okay, here we are, hour number 3, and we're going to take a look at radioactivity and radioactive fallout here in this country. And in a half hour, we'll be going to talk to Yoichi Shimatsu for his update on Fukushima directly. Michael Collins is with us right now, and what I'd like to do is first say hi to Michael. Hello, Michael. Are you there, Michael?
Yes, I am. Can you hear me?
I got you. All right.
Okay.
Now, what I'd like to do is play just a little bit from your video that you can find at Rense.com in the Fukushima radiation in the U.S. box. Okay? That's right there. Now, all I've got to do is find it. I had it all ready to go. There, I think it is. That's not it. Well, okay, here we go. Now, the last time Michael was on, he mentioned that there was a rain in Southern California. But it was a clean rain, and he was surprised by that. And I was too. And it was certainly good news. Happy to hear it. Keep it going. But things have changed. We had another rain down there, and here's the report. Now, I'll just play a little bit of it that Michael has put up, and Denise from EnviroReporter.com. So here we go.
Hey, folks. Michael Collins here from EnviroReporter.com on Saturday, December 17th, 2011, and it just rained out here in Santa Monica, California. The background in here right now is about 40, so we took a little rain sample. We're just going to see how hot it is.
He's got a paper plate with a paper towel that has been saturated with rainfall, and he's reading it with his inspector.
You can hear the clicking. 30-second average. Rolling 30-second average changes every 3 seconds. The inspector alert nuclear radiation monitor can detect alpha, beta, gamma, X-ray, and so-called nuclear radiation. We're now up over 3 times background. According to our friend Porter blog in our radiation conversation on EnviroReporter.com, 3 times background is a cause for a hazmat situation with the California Highway Patrol. Look at that, 126. Just stay here a little bit. Radon progeny would probably make up about 1 background, 1.5 backgrounds. Can go up as high as 2 or 3. However, we're right on the coast. Radon isn't as big a deal here as it is farther inland, 132 high. .138, sustained at 138, up to 152, 166. It's hot in Los Angeles tonight.
All right, 166, over 4 times normal background radioactivity, radiation readings, 400% over where it usually is. That's not good.
Not good at all. And we have a lot of people down here, and we are in a situation where not only have people forgotten about the issue, but they haven't here, thank goodness. We just had in the last week, Japanese government say it had achieved a cold shutdown. Now, when you look at that number there, 415% above of normal higher.
Mm-hmm.
That is serious, folks. Now, I know that some folks really up on the radiation go, well, could that be radon progeny, which you heard me talk about there? Well, it could be, but the thing is here, not good. And even with the Japanese government declaring cold shutdown, which sounds like, well, the thing's in a refrigerator, it's done, which it certainly isn't. poison, and it's going to come back to bite him in the face, as our friend Arnie Gunderson has talked about.
Well,
it will literally blow up in the
Not
face.
only is there nothing in the refrigerator, but they don't even know what it is that's supposed to be in the refrigerator is. They can't find the cores. So declaring coal shutdown over something that they don't even know where it is pretty damn arrogant.
Well, it's arrogant. It is, if you're splitting hairs like a lawyer, you could say, well, with Prime Minister Yoshihiko Noda saying, even if unforeseeable incidents happen, the situation, well, I love that word, incident, oh, what is?
That's
You're
true.
being told straight in your face,
Right.
it's okay. It's okay. This is a country that's been nuked. They should know a little better. But the culture of not questioning authority, well, it could be the death of that culture. And that can get us too, folks. Because you know something? As bad as it is, it's going to get worse. And the reason it's going to get worse is that we as the people here in America, we just cannot get it together and drop the political differences that we have and realize that when Santa rides that sleigh in a few nights through the fallout and brings us all presents, they're going to be radioactive whether you're good or bad. So if you want to just sit back and let it come to you, it will. And we're all in this boat together. We've had some things, Jeff, just in the last week that are really quite amazing that have been happening. In the last month, we've had two serious American nuclear plant issues.
Mm-hmm.
One was the Brunswick nuclear power plant had another emergency during restart, which it shut down their air conditioning to the equipment in the control room. And if this had happened during their previous emergency, where they had the lid to the reactor not bolted down tight, it could have gone really bad. And over at the North Anna nuclear complex, the one that was flooded, they had an emergency that they didn't recognize until after the fact in Unit 1, which they might not have had if they had inspected it after the earthquake that they had in Virginia. But they didn't inspect it because the NRC didn't require them to do it because they had inspected Unit 2, and that was fine. So it's like going out and checking your car in the garage, and it's like, you know, there's a chance one of these things could blow up if we get in it, and you check one of them and you say, great, now I can drive the other one. And it blows up. This is what we're living with. This is what the gift of this holiday season is, this uncertainty that a lot of us face. Most don't face because they're willfully ignorant. They're willfully ignorant about many of the issues you talked about, Jeff. I mean, this is something, you know, things I write about. This is something that we fight against, and it's certainly refreshing to be able to talk to an audience that is caring about this, does care about this, and is probably going, you know, Jeff, when we heard there was that cold shutdown, we thought maybe you wouldn't have to have Mr. Good News from L.A. on anymore. Well, I understand that possible feeling, but guess what? I've got a potentially incredibly valuable free Christmas, Hanukkah holiday gift for everybody.
All right.
Which is this. It seems possible that cell phones can be used to detect radiation.
Huh.
And it seems to work by, no, this is courtesy of some gentlemen, I believe in Germany, that have been working on seeing if the little white flecks of, if you hold, apparently, and I've seen only Liger Mueller tube in them, and they can detect ionization passing through them. They can detect gamma very easily, and if not blocked by anything, they can detect alpha, and if only blocked by light things like paper and plastic, they can detect beta. But apparently, little white flecks of light hit off of cell phone camera lenses, and they are from ionization. Now, I can't vouch of this yet, but from what I've seen so far, it seems to be true. And these guys in Germany have developed an app for your phone where you could actually start detecting radiation. And if that's the case, we're going to have a nation of raddies
Yeah.
taking radiation readings. And if it does work, if you folks out there are looking at your cell phone going, dang, I got my Geiger counter, then we just start putting this information up like folks like me do already using, traditional detection methods. And what we need is information, because not only do we have a world in denial about this, the greatest environmental disaster in the history of mankind, single disaster. This is it. And when they tell you this last week that 479 trillion becquerels of radioactive strontium-90 has gone into the ocean from just Unit 1 at Fukushima. And then you're told that, that's not the biggest. Over at Sheffield in the Irish Sea, the British were letting loose 500 trillion becquerels every year for a long time.
Right.
And someone's BSing them. Because when the Japanese figure is just a little bit less than the English